Welcome to Maritime Training and Consultancy, Master 200 and Master 500. In this video, we will look at Rule 5, Lookout. Rule 5 is an important rule. It states, every vessel shall at all times maintain a proper lookout by sight and hearing, as well as by all available means appropriate in the prevailing circumstances and conditions, so as to make full appraisal of the situation and of the risk of collision. Maintaining a proper lookout at all times is an important part of safe watchkeeping. This includes posting a seafarer as a lookout from dusk to dawn and sometimes by day, especially when the visibility is restricted and in areas of high traffic density. The lookout should, if possible, be stationed forward, unless weather conditions make this impossible. A further advantage is that the lookout may be more likely to hear fog signals coming from ahead. A proper lookout, most importantly, means one which takes in the whole 360-degree horizon. On slow-moving ships, the biggest danger often comes from astern, where other ships can approach surprisingly quickly. Also, a proper lookout needs to be kept when at anchor. By sight and hearing means that a good listening watch should be kept out for the VHF, for nav warnings, and also for sound signals of other vessels. Sight means keeping a good visual lookout, including the use of binoculars. All available means appropriate includes the effective use of all available instruments and equipment, particularly radar. It would also include AIS for situational awareness and the VHF, so as to make a full appraisal of the situation and the risk of collision. A full appraisal of the situation means an understanding of what is happening, whether the other vessel is head-on, crossing or overtaking, and in congested waters where there are several other vessels, what those other vessels are doing. A full appraisal of the risk of collision means an understanding of both the closest point of approach and the time of closest point of approach of the other vessel, and whether she is passing to port or starboard or crossing ahead or astern. Let's now have a look at an example. In this case, the officer of the watch is only looking ahead from port to starboard and only looking over the horizon of 180 degrees. It is important to remember when keeping a lookout that you view the whole 360 degrees of the horizon. In this example, the officer of the watch is only looking ahead, and on the port quarter there is also a radar shadow area, as shown in the diagram. Also, the radar has been set off-center to show further ahead. This, in effect, reduces the view astern. The vessel that has now appeared on the port quarter is unlikely to be seen by the officer of the watch, as the officer of the watch is only looking ahead and the vessel is in the radar shadow sector. In this video, as the officer of the watch is only looking ahead and the radar is not being used effectively, the green vessel has not been observed. This situation could have been avoided by keeping a 360-degree lookout and effective use of the radar. The officer of the watch would then have had full appraisal of the situation and of risk of collision. For further information about our Master 200 and Master 500 oral examination preparation courses, visit www.master200.info or call Andy on 087 707 9989.